Welcome to Rip Roaring Garage, and I'm Alexander the Great. And on this episode, we're going to be doing a really important revival. This car here is one of the most important cars ever made. Now, some of you might recognize what it is already, but I guarantee you, you don't know the whole story. So why don't you stick around and find out. But first we gotta unwrap you. So, oh my God, that is gross. So this car is a one-owner car. It was bought brand new out of Oklahoma City. And as you can tell, this car has been sitting for some time now. Also, you can see there's some missing bits. That was loud. We have a 2004 Crown Victoria LX with the Sport package. Now, what makes this car really special is obviously the low production numbers. 3,235 made for 2004. Before we get into all that, I want to take a look at the car. Now, in general, whenever you're going to buy a car or restore a car, you kind of want to do a glance and see what you're working with. Now, what in holy heaven is that thing? Elephant in the room. Kind of made contact with another car. The biggest issue when you have a car that's been in a collision is going to be obviously frame damage and so on. We're gonna pretend we didn't see that. First, we're looking for a key. Okay. Door's unlocked. Kind of want to be careful opening doors. And it is hot in here. Let's see. We got some drippage, but this is a very clean car. Oh, that's about as much as it's gonna go there. Yeah, I don't want to force that. Okay. I've been looking for a key. Oh yeah, it's been a while. Airbag went off, which is never a good sign. There's no key in the ignition. Oh, but we have the key here. Right there. And of course it's broken. Nothing. That is a door nail. Mileage, 135,272. A lot of miles. But as you can see, look at that. To be removed by dealer. Then you got these little guys. Those are the stickers for the child seat harnesses. In general, this car is, oh look, a 2013 Rutgers sticker. Whenever you see these kinds of things, that means the owner didn't want to put them on the car to save on scraping and scratching the glass. Let's continue our walk around. What's going on there? All right, why is that not centered? Oh well. All right. What are you doing? My hunch is one of the tumblers is jammed. It's kind of like what I want to do. This tumbler that corresponds to that keyway, or whatever you call them, I think that one's jammed up, and it's preventing the car, the whole tumbler from turning. I'm not a locksmith, but I do watch that guy, the lock-picking lawyer. I bet you he can get into this. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit for a bit. Let's check out what's under the hood. Does it stay? Yeah. We have a lot of corrosion on the pulleys. Yeah, I'll have to see when we turn the engine over. Let's see what air filter problems we might have. Biggest issue here would be mice. Come on, get out. Ah, there we go. Oh, wow. So that's actually a very good sign. But I'm just gonna leave that there for now. Oh great, my Band-Aid came off. There we go. Horrible metal clips that just love to rust. Let's check on the oil. Oil is a little bit low. Come on, one-handed. You should be good with that. Oh man. Alright, I want to try the trans fluid. And we're looking good there. Okay. Now, you probably could see the color of the fluids. They're not bad at all. Man, this is like spider web heaven. It's full, it's clear, and it actually smells fresh. So it was inspected and registered in 14. So somebody just shot my bus. Looks like a little baby. Now we gotta move quick because there's a nasty storm brewing. Yeah, so I kind of want to remember before I cheat. I want to look through to see just what I left behind. Wow, absolutely nothing in the glove box. It does not help me. We got some, that's the towing company after the wreck. So we got some bits of that front panel there. Now that's the remains of the turn signal. So there's more crap here. Nothing there. And nothing there. Now, I mean, hello spider. I'm gonna have to clean this car up. Oh no, not spider, mosquito. It just desiccated itself. It's got the ancient Chinese disease, the dragon ass, because it's, you know, I don't know, it's a military joke. All the tires are low. It has these Cooper Zeon tires. Pretty decent. In fact, the tread is just, it still has little thingies here. So these tires are probably brand new. Not sure how good they'll be after so many years of just sitting. You know, that's got to be a flat spot. Those discs are not looking pretty. Yeah, that sway bar linkage is rotted. It needs to be replaced at some point. We got a lot of rust on the pulleys for some reason. Don't have to worry about the suspension since that's aluminum. Under here, it's not that bad. Actually, it's pretty damn good. Uh-oh. I'll have to see this better in editing because this is beneath the bumper cover. Let's get back in the trunk, see if that made a difference. Yeah. So we're gonna have to check, put a battery in this. That's the old dealership it came from. Howard Ford Lincoln Mercury of Oklahoma City. Now the plan will be, forget about that. do want to do a tune-up. We already looked at the filter. I think I'm going to just leave that be. Do want to change that serpentine belt, brush up some of those pulleys, wire brush them, get them all, you know, clean, throw a coat of rust reformer on it. We're going to change the plugs because on the 4.6, the aluminum heads, they have a tendency to freeze. If you got one of these, or pretty much any 4.6 with the aluminum heads, one of the things you got to remember to do is to always just, even if you're not replacing them, pull them out. They fuse in there and they start stripping out the threads in the head side. That's not a good day. I ain't gonna lie, this is a tough one for me. This is the car I basically broke my neck in. I think we got time before that storm comes here to put in a battery and see what works, what doesn't work, and take it from there. Good thing is, I got batteries. I think I got enough. Oh, the wind is kicking up. We got a rush on this. Yeah. All right, this is a big issue here with this cable. Man, look at that. That needs to be cleaned out. It's very in the way. Something is on because I hear the sparking. Okay, oh, that's just a mistake. Oh my God. You know what, I'm feeling a little bit lazy. I just want to crank it over, see if we crank. So now that we got the battery in, we got ignition. Okay, we got accessories. Oh, we got a radio. And the copyright strike. Let's turn the ignition back on, just accessories, and let's see if this works. I thought it would work. And now let's see what's inside. Well, that's not helpful. We just got this valence panel and that's it. Well, that was one issue. The Panthers that have the air shocks do have a switch to turn off the system. Why? Because when the battery's connected, every time you push to lock the car, and if I remember correctly, there's the last two buttons, so it's 7 and 9, that's to lock it, and that should kick on the air ride, which it did not. Man, it's got a lot of rust. Every bolt you can think of turns it. Look at that. I can just take the rust right off and turn this thing into a round thing. That's the problem with Fords. All their hardware was this cheap zinc plated crap that just will not last. Look at this. Everything is... All right, let's do this. Well, that's not good. All right, my hunch is that the battery terminals are not tight enough. And the battery is dead. Yeah, well, that's chalk one up for failure there. All right, these take an 8mm. All right. Now we got to put that battery on the charger again. But before I shut down for today, all right, I'm going to douse the whole engine with this fluid film. And this stuff stinks. It's been about 2 days, but we had a lot of rain. Hurricane Ida, I guess, is ready to pound us in the neck. So I got to get this done today. And I got a delivery. All right. I'll rock auto really packages this crap. Get a kick out of these things. Now, I'll show you this in another episode. I will be doing a air suspension overhaul. What do we have here? All right, make sure it works. In here, you can already kind of guess that we have paperwork, records. Us car guys, we kind of like all the original paperwork stuff. So let's see. Still got the tags for the child seat. Oh, that's what, wow. We still have spare key. I've never used it. The original card where you put the sticker, I'm not going to show you, not, you know, where you put the keyless entry code. And of course, you gotta have the Marty report. 1 of 133. You might think 133, it's not very rare. Problem with the Crown Vic is that when they were built, Ford outsourced the sunroofs. These cars were never built with a factory sunroof. Third-party contractor used to cut them up and put in the new headliners. I ordered it without the sunroof and without the traction control, because you know, burnouts. Here is where the traction control would be. No adjustable pedals. We got the original plates, the original registration back in '04. This is a thank you letter. We would like to thank you for purchasing your new vehicle from Bob Howard Downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury. We hope you have enjoyed your experience with us and have found your experience to be completely satisfied. On behalf of our sales and service employees at Bob Howard Downtown Lincoln Mercury, we would like to say welcome to the family. I ain't gonna lie, it was fun. The owner advantage cards, I never took them out. Pretty much every one of my cars that I've bought, the dealership went under. So if you're a car salesman and you see me coming, run. Original window sticker. Alloy wheels. Alloy wheels. Solar tinted glass. Interval wipers. Ooh. So we got the 5-passenger leather seating, which we have. Not bad shape, I would say, after 138,000 miles. 8-way front seating. Electric auto temperature control. That's the climate control. Alright, I'm just going to read it like this. I'm just going to point out a couple of cool things. So it has a handling package, has carpeted floor mats, 2-way headrests, speed control with tilt wheel, has the automatic dimming interior lights, 25 miles per gallon highway, 17 in the city, $10 off your first maintenance. Ooh. Here we got the owner's manual with the booklet. Schedule maintenance guide, warranty guide. Never opened the damn things. Now again, some of you guys might think this is a little, I'm nerding out, but yeah, I kind of like to nerd out. This was the original one that was in the car because the 05s were already coming out. And here's the sport package. That's your regular LX. That's the sport with the center console and the monochromatic grill and trim and yada yada. I'm not going to show everything because there's a lot, but I got all my records, everything I ever did, like receipts, every maintenance, every oil change, especially the warranty stuff. It's all here. Here are all the parts that I bought, all my gas receipts except for okay, I'll see all of that mess. That's all my gas receipts every single time, and you'll notice they have a number on them. I do what the Air Force does with the 781s. Left trunk above Crown Vic logo buffed out from old dealer logo. Downtown couldn't do orders. It had to go to Arkansas because they had a quicker response or turnaround for special order cars. Anyways, they put their logo and they didn't do a good job. It's still there. There's a spider crack in lower left side of driver's side tail light. It's still there. Looking back, when I'm, starting to get this car back up, all these things, it makes life so much easier. 5W30 Motorcraft filter R squared means remove and replace, but I don't have the type of oil. After nearly a decade of the car sitting. Let's put into my first write-up, page 12. I hope I can edit this nice and make it entertaining. I really do. All right, so now we're gonna do a Red X air suspension in up. That's the current mileage. I gotta do a belt. I gotta do an oil change. I gotta do a fuel filter due. And in the corrective block, I'm gonna be putting the replacement with what part number I had to swap out and what page and paragraph in the maintenance manual. The reason why you put that in there in accordance with Ford, maintenance manual, page, paragraph, is to prove that you actually followed it. So if you know the page and paragraph, you already had it open, then you did it the right way. And it's mostly about torque values and like special things that, a lot of guys don't do that crap. I know, some of you guys will be like, oh my God, this is all boring as hell. One thing you should know about these kinds of books, at least in the US, these are admissible in court. So if anything happens, these will cover your rear end. The other thing they do is they raise the value of a car. Now, on my older cars, that makes a significant difference. So when you got a 50-year-old, 70-year-old, 80-year-old car, and you're showing that you did the work the right way, that bumps up the value. Just the Marty report alone. So if you got a Ford, I definitely recommend getting one because it could be like 5 to 10% the value of the car. 20 grand, that's 2 grand more. You add in all the goodies, all the paperwork that, on a rainy day you're sitting there and looking through, oh, this guy did that, this guy did that, and you can follow along. Maybe it's just people like me that got a bee in the bonnet. I'm dead. Let there be light. What is that?